Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? There sure is Elaine. It's 5:29 Pacific Standard Time in the frickin' morning. It is the 24th of Monday, April 2023. This is the Weaver John C. Roseman, California. Not alive, not awake, and not here. Yeah, we're going through other things this morning. I was going to try talking about China not recognizing a country, or several countries, and I got interrupted by other news stories concerning about the Hunter Biden bullshit. Let's investigate Biden. Let's do this and let's do that. Thank you, Representative Mace from South Carolina. Nobody's about to law. Nobody's about blah. Okay, let's put you on the record then, girl. Nobody's above the law. Neither are you. Stop pointing your damn fingers because they'll be pointing right back at you. My God, your Republicans are going crazy. We gotta focus on this. We gotta focus on that. Trump's getting his ass reamed because of financial situations he screwed up in New York, and the GOP House of Representatives went apeshit over that. We have to fly to the rescue of a former president. We said nobody's above the law, and yet we treat him above the law. Hypocritical bastards. Try being a hypocritical bastard when you're an authoritative regime such as China, not recognizing the former states of what used to be the UdSSR, who turned their countries into sovereign states, and Russia wants them back. China doesn't want to recognize them. China wants to tell us that they are still part of Mother Russia, and Mother Russia has all the rights to get their territory back. It's no wonder we're getting into a World War III situation here, continuing. Mother Russia wants to be rebuilt again as it once was, the Soviet Union. Next thing you'll know, be going after Poland next. Belarus. Well, Belarus will be welcoming arms back again. Everybody else would not be. And what gets to me is that Australia is arming up. They already got a navy, and now they're going to get more military going on because that's what they're seeing this world's heading into. China is still pushing its military might around by scaring the shit out of Taiwan, saying, "You're still our territory." And Taiwan's going, meanwhile, I'm still dealing with a fucking bug war. And I got a bug guy coming over today. Fun city. What else is happening internationally at this point that I'm still waking up to? No, we're not going to be doing the, are you woke? No, I'm still asleep, thank you very much. Canada's still trying to tear each other apart. DeSantis versus Trump. And they've got this polling out there saying that they don't want Biden and Trump going head to head. But does also the polling say that we don't want them both in? And so who's our Democratic contention here? Who's going after Biden's spot for the Democrats? Beats the hell out of me. But at this point, I don't know. We get more controversy concerning about the situation. Give me a second, I gotta check something out real fast. The joys of having a dog. I have to make sure what the hell they're doing all the time, especially when I'm here. Okay, so Santa still wants an empire carved out of Florida. And what was it I was trying to say something about yesterday? A couple of bills I was discovering that Texas House, their own House of Representatives, was trying to get passed. And it was regarding curtailing the First Amendment rights, forcing religion down people's throats. The main reason why we actually had the First Amendment in the first place, because we didn't want the same stuff happening everywhere else in Europe. Let's call it for what it is. It was bullshit. And they still want it. The Christian nationalists, or whatever the hell they call themselves, want Christianity forced upon people, their own version of it. Because the extremists want it. Fucking pain in the asses. So now we're becoming authoritative regimes in our different states, left and right. We're going to be dictating to people that this is what we want. Hell with democracy. Hell with the Constitution that you guys swore an oath to. The states are no longer going to be doing that shit. Are we now declaring ourselves a civil war among our states? You know, it takes a hell of a lot of process and a lot of procedures to get an amendment going. Go through the House, go through the Senate, get your majorities going, get caucuses going. Everything is going hell in a handbasket at this point. And this is pissing me off. It's pissing me off because now we got states that say, screw you, we're our own independent nations. That's what they're coming up to at this point. They're breaking federal laws at this point over here. We're getting ourselves into a civil situation here. The same damn shit we did back in 1860. And these people forgot about this shit, what happened? This is what happens when you don't study history or remember history or you forget about things purposely. Or you repurpose the memory in the history of that. No, it's said this way. No, because we have documentations that tell us what the hell happened. We have pictures to tell us what the hell happened. We have information. So we don't go over it. I mean, we don't gloss over history saying, oh, it never happened. Yeah, well, tell us about Antietam. And all of the other battle sites we had. How about Gettysburg? There was a lot of sites that we actually lost a lot of lives. We haven't had the battle of battleships over this. And I'm not just talking about the wooden ones either. The ironclads, they call it. The Battle of the Ironclads. The movie Glory, when it came out in the late 80s. All-star cast in that one. Based upon an actual situation, but made into a very dramatic fashion here. Of how a Massachusetts regiment of colored folk, of black men, fought with the Unions against the Confederates. It's just crazy what we did for hatred and everything else going on. And this is nuts. We don't recognize it in ourselves, and we're not recognizing in other countries that we have authoritative regimes trying to control and dominate democracy. And democracy is a very sensitive item. It is. Democracy is one of those weakest forms of government because we depend upon everyone else's vote. Majority rules. In our representative democracy, at least we allow the minorities. I'm not talking about skin color or nationality. I am talking about minority of party. To have their say regarding matters that they bring up into the House floor and also to the Senate floor. We try to give them a voice. But we don't have them exhibiting power over everybody like they've been trying to do, and then they finally trying to succeed in the House. I've never seen our government failing badly, but then democracy is supposed to right itself in situations like this through the power of people. But if people don't understand this, if they don't understand what the hell their history is all about, this is what drives me crazy at times. I get people throwing memes left and right on online, and they're saying, "Don't keep studying the past. Don't keep looking back. Keep looking forward." And I keep reminding these poor assholes on social media, in order to have our current president, we need to have the pebbles, laying the foundations that led us to this particular point. And if we forget everything else, then what the fuck are we doing? Because how are we supposed to be laying a foundation to the future if we don't know what the hell we're doing? We don't have a basis. We don't have a precedent. We got nothing. We're supposed to forget the past like it never happened. But it led us up to this point. It doesn't matter whether or not if it's historical or personal. It doesn't matter if we are people who have experienced a hell of a lot of setbacks and a lot of emotional issues. It doesn't matter if we had states or countries going through a hell of a lot of issues. It leads us up to this point in time and space. Because here we still have to make the decisions based on what we've learned that hopefully will help us project forward into future. But if we keep forgetting what the hell went on over here, how the hell are we going to be projecting ourselves into the future if we don't have a basis to work with? How do we work on something new? It could have been something old. It could have been something recycled. And sometimes conservative want things as they are because they want things as they are. And we can't have it that way. Conservatives want things static. Well, we want progression at this point over here, but we have to keep remembering where we're progressing from. And that's a horrible point right there because we all don't want that. We want to go forward. We can't go forward unless we know what the fuck we're doing. So we're screwing ourselves one way or another. Emotionally and as a country. I'm keeping the volume down because I'm trying to watch CNN right now. Let's see what's going on. I'll turn it on volume. Speaking of which, politics. This I'm keeping. Okay, enough with that one. Sometimes I just have to get some news articles on here to just talk about what happened. And CNN actually did do yesterday on their State of the Union over a 10-minute article they posted regarding the heated exchange between Dana Bash and Senator Graham. Asshole. Yeah, I call him an asshole. Well, freedom of speech anyway. And you media don't want to cover this particular situation over here. Well, shit. Besides hearing that one and also hearing what other people are picking up on, there was an article somewhere, either by MSNBC or by CNN, indicating that the Republicans are no longer being led by McCarthy, but by Mouth of the South, Georgia, Green. How dare I? Oh, I put a suck in it. The thing is, her kind had put McCarthy back into the House, actually elevated McCarthy back in, but he had to make a hell of a lot of concessions with very little power. And he's the asshole that still represents Kern County of California. And the people ought to be shamed, but they're so happy with him, so I gotta laugh at the entire county being so screwed up, including the little towns out here that supported his ass. Didn't give a shit about any one of us. Never does. Only cares about his own political image, which is going downhill. So, authoritative regimes that we have, aren't they fun? And the thing is concerning about democracy, the debates are the thing that makes democracy work because we need to know what both sides are like and then the compromise, the gray areas. But unfortunately, people are so damn polarized in their parties and in their own viewpoints. It's, you know, they want what they want, and they're going to get it, and they'll run right over you. They'll point the finger at the other guy and say, "It's his fault. It's always his fault. You can't listen to anybody else but them. You have to listen to us because we are important, and they're just schmucks." Well, we are schmucks. Unfortunately, we're not doing what we should be doing these days. And this scares me. We allow the few to run the country. We allow the few to be the political party, to be the authoritative regime. We're supposed to be voting in other people, but then again, if we only have just a one party to vote in, since when is that democracy? We're supposed to have opposing viewpoints. We're supposed to have opposing parties. It just can't be just the one. Otherwise, might as well just call him king and say, fuck it. Call him royalty. That's the thing we had to keep dealing with in the other countries in Europe. Royalty. The assholes that keep getting asshole kids and growing it to be more asshole people, and we have to keep following assholes left and right. Not to mention lords and lordesses and knights and everybody else who gets. I recognize you because I'm royalty, and I recognize you for having your sovereignty land that we have. We couldn't rise up for revolt in England if we wanted to. Actually, they tried to do that in the Civil War. It didn't exactly work very well. But out here in the United States, shit. New land, we thought we had it all. Did we? Too much to say on this one here. I gotta get myself getting going with the cleanup in this place. Otherwise, I'm gonna be driving myself absolutely stark raving sane. Till then, zombies, I'll probably go back to bed and sleep again.